Managing the loads. To create the load, go to the Events page and select the event within which we want to create, edit or delete our load. Also, here we can add and manage skydivers or jumpers within each load. At the moment we don't have any loads created inside our event, but if we click Create New Load, we will open a form for creating the first one. This form has only a couple of fields. Load number. A load number is automatically added sequence number of the load, but it is possible to enter the custom flight number. Status. The status field is a drop-down menu from which we can change flight statuses. The default is on the call, but when it's time to board the aircraft, the Manifest administrator can change it to boarding. After the plane has taken off, select the In the Air option, and after the plane has landed, select the Finished option. When we set the load to the Finished option, it will not be displayed anymore in the load list. If we want to see finished or completed loads, simply switch between the Show All Load and Show Only Active options under the load list view. There is also a fifth option, Cancelled, which we use if the flight is cancelled. It is important to update the load status on time so the jumpers monitoring the manifest on the manifest screens or their mobile devices can see the status of all flights. The next field is Takeoff Time. Enter the correct time of the load. It is important to enter the time of the load because it is used to calculate the time till each load. Delay after landing. The field for entering all the planned delays that we will have after this load. Whether it is a planned break, time to refuel the plane, standby time, caused by weather conditions, etc. After clicking on the Save button, we are redirected to the Loads List page where we can see our newly created load. Let us, for the demonstration, create another load. Click on Create New Load and fill in the necessary information. Let us add 15 minutes delay time to this load. And now let's create another load without delay so that we can see how the times are recalculated automatically. Here we see that the first load leaves at 10 o'clock and the second at 10:20. 20 minutes is added automatically because when creating the event we specified the turnaround time to 20 minutes. The third one leaves at 10:55 because, after the second load, we added 15 minutes of delay. 20-minute turnaround time plus 15 minutes of delay time. Adding the skydivers to the load. Now when we created the loads, we will add jumpers to them. To add the jumper to the load, we simply click the Add button. Here we can see only jumpers who have our reference number under their profiles. In the jumpers list, we can see a red warning symbol. It means that some of the jumper details are expired or are about to expire, like reserve repack, medical certificate, etc. Also, it can mean that jumper did not enter or update their profile. Under the jumper list, you can select a particular jumper and check all the details. Now when we corrected it, there is no red symbol anymore. To add the jumper, simply click the Add button next to the jumper. In the next step, we need to select the type of jump. Single or tandem jump. Option Single will create just one place in the load and option Tandem will create two. Let us select a single for this one. In the field, note we can enter additional information. In this one, we will type in that this jumper is the loadmaster for this load. When we click the Save button, the jumper is added to the load. Let us add another one. Skydiving companies that will have many jumpers with their reference number might have difficulty scrolling and finding particular jumpers, so that's why we have a filter field to find particular jumpers easier. Start typing the last name of the jumper and see how the list is filtering. When we find a particular jumper, click Add. Let us select Tandem as a jump type. In the field note, for this one, we can write tandem student names. This way the tandem instructors and tandem students monitoring the manifest screen can read that information. By selecting the tandem option, the system automatically added 2 slots. One for the instructor and one for the tandem student. In the student row, first, we can see the tandem instructor name followed by the tandem student name. This load has 10 slots per load because when we created this event we specified 10 slots in the slots per load field. Available slots are marked with a green Add button and occupied fields with the option to delete or edit the slot in red and orange colors. When we click X, we are deleting the jumper from that slot. If we click Edit, we can change certain information. In the header of every load is certain information. Load number, takeoff time, and in the jumper's view, time counter showing the time till the load. To change the load order, click the Edit button of that load and change it to the number of the load you want to switch places with. The times of departures will also recalculate. To delete the load, all jumpers need to be removed from the load first. To delete the event, all loads need to be deleted first as well. In the load list, if we click on Event Statistic, we will get info about all tickets, single and tandem ones. Also, we can see the total number of loads on that day.